everyone, this is Kimmy Wyatt and welcome to this video. Hey, Air 5. Okay, before I get started on this KW skin oil benefits, please, there's a Cash App right there. Cash App's right there. Cash App's right there. KimMeWyattCorp. Also, if you would like a product listing with the prices, please send an email right there. Send an email, and that information is right where this video is posted. Just scroll down below. Also, you guys got a couple of people trying to copy what I do. I don't care. Make it do what it do. Just don't try to make mine. Don't put my name in it. Nowhere. Don't put my nothing on it. Okay, I haven't given anyone a seal of approval to do anything with my name on it, still in my videos, doing all that. So with that being said, you guys, if it's not mine if my logo is not on it. So if you order something from me and you think you're getting it from me, if my logo is not there, that's not mine. Okay, all right. And as time goes on, you guys will recognize what my logo is. Okay, like, share, subscribe, comment, and be sure to click the notification bell. Please click the notification bell, you guys. I got a lot of evil stuff going on with my YouTube channel, so please click that notification bell so that you will be one of the first to get notifications of new vids I post up. Okay? All right. Today I'm going to reintroduce you guys to the KW skin oil, formerly the apricot dark spot fade oil. Okay, Kimmy, why did you change the name? Apricot is gotta be honest. I thought about putting some apricot in my stuff, and then I thought, no. Then I thought about it. Then I did it. You know, because I can make over 600 products out the top of my head, y'all. Literally, if you want hyaluronic acid, there we go. First warning, if you want hyaluronic acid, you want this and that, I could do it. If you want blah, 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 blah. And please know that like glycolic acid, hyaluronic acid, some of these, be careful who you're buying stuff from, especially when it comes to skin. I'm just keeping it real. I have over 13 years of research, well, right at 13 years of research under my belt. And I'm going to tell you, salicylic acid, hyaluronic acid, blah, 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 acid. I just heard something. Hold on. Let me lock this door, because you know what? I don't want to have to beat somebody down about my stuff. Okay? I had to go around and lock the bedroom door, y'all, because whoo, well, I'm in here telling y'all about this, that, and the other, then I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. My suitcase / luggage is in there. Okay, okay, y'all already know. Those of you who's been following me for a minute. Okay, what else I have to tell you guys before I get started with the benefits of the skin oil? As I was saying, you guys, the purpose of this video is to tie it all together. As time goes on and you're creating products, or you've created a product, it may be revealed to you that that product helps with more than what you thought. Perfect example. Ding. I'm here at my son's. I have been here before at my son's. And I remember I was in the living room falling asleep. And I remember my son saying, "Mama, I'll be right back." And I'm like, "Where are you going after 12 midnight, you know?" And he let me know. He said, "I got these bumps on my back and I don't know where they came from." And I was like, I told him, it's so funny. I didn't even know what it was, what type it was, how they look. I just knew I can get rid of them. I told him to come here. He was like, no. I said, no. I said, sit down, you know, hard head. And he sat down, and as he sat down, I got the skin oil out. And when I got the skin oil out, he was right. He had, and came to him, he had all these little bumps. I mean, you could literally do tic-tac-toe. It was not, he doesn't have eczema. It was not a rash of sort, okay? It looked like heat bumps, if you guys are familiar with heat bumps, just little bumps. I know it to be a little bit deeper than that. I know it was witchcraft on him, because when I got here, I knew, you know, some of the stuff I just keep to myself. So I knew, you know, I'm just that mom, you know, that mom, something is messing with the baby cubs, and then mom come out, rah! Okay, well, let me plug this in. That be me. And I knew something was utterly wrong. So I'm going to plug this in, you guys. Tried to let it go ahead and charge all the way, but there we go. And I'm sorry for that being, yeah, give me a moment. Ooh, I hope it doesn't go all the way through. Oh, it came out though. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. There we go. Now I'm going to try to put it in here behind my bra strap. Get it all the way in there. Okay. So, make a long story short, I knew that I could get rid of it. It wasn't, I didn't even second guess it. I knew there would be no side effects. And so he pulled his shirt up, you know, up over his shoulders, and I applied it, and I swear, it was gone in less than 5 minutes. It wasn't even 5 minutes. It was as if they were never there. And then he said, I got some more under my arm or around my arm or something like that. So, we applied there. I did. I applied there, and they were gone. And isn't it funny how when something works, you'll have someone saying, go get something. Why don't you go get something? Why the hell do somebody need to go get something and they gone? You know, people kill me, but I'm going to move on from that. So, a lot of things, there's other videos. I did not know that it helped with herpes. Lady at the shelter, you guys know I've been to the shelter, and she confided in me and let me know she had a little something going on. And some people do, you know, and married though. And she came up to me and asked me for some of my oil, and she put it on, and the next day I love her. She ran up to me, baby mama. Now, mind you, she's white, but she called me baby mama. Now that's not the thing. I'm more white than she is. Put it that way. Baby mama, it's gone. It's gone. I'm like, what? What's gone? You know that your oil, they got rid of the. I said, okay. So no, I know this oil is amazing. And right after that, or during that time, she let me know that it had gone away, or she had let me know earlier, a little earlier. I had or someone was requesting, rather, it's coming back to me. Someone was requesting the hair oil and the skin oil, while someone else was requesting the skin oil. And she was at her bed, bunk beds, and she said, and it works. I was like, okay. It's got a lot of stories. So if you want testimonies on any of my products, basically all of them thus far, if not all of them, most of them, please go to the testimonies playlist, and it's called Personal and Client Testimonies. Okay. And you will find testimonies of people. You know, I asked people, can I video them? And they're like, yeah, you know, because it does work. To the point of a lady drinking it before she went to the doctor. Okay. I was like, what? And she would drink both of them, the hair oil or this, whatever she had, she was going to drink it. Very, very, very internally friendly. I mean, you're not going to die from drinking it. I'm not a doctor, not trying to be a doctor, don't want to be a doctor, but I know this oil helps with a lot of different things. And so, Yeah, so today I'm going to, I could go on and on and on, but go to the testimonies playlist on YouTube. So you guys, I don't like my private area being shown right now, so I'm going to put this jacket on, and if you guys will allow me to do that, I'm going to put the phone down. Y'all, let me get my bag, y'all, because I don't want to beat nobody down, about my bag. Let me go in here. Hold on, y'all, because I keep hearing something. And I don't think the pause works on this. It should have a pause. Maybe you got to click it two or three times. I don't know how it goes, but there we go. Now that I got my bag in here with me, and let me get my something else that I have in here. That way, I won't have to. Just a moment. Oh boy, let's see where it is. There we go. That way, y'all won't hear me cursing someone out. How about that? Y'all won't hear me cursing someone out. Now, I'm going to put that there. There we are. And still haven't put the jacket on. Now I can put the jacket on, y'all. Just a moment. Just a moment. Oh, boy. All right, there we go. It was wrapped around the cord. So I'm going to put this jacket on. You guys, oh no, not going to put the jacket on. It's a little hot. I don't feel hot right now, but I can see where that's going. I can see where it's going, so I'm just going to wrap it around me. Yeah. Give me about 5 to 10 seconds, y'all. And I'm just going to tie it around me. There we go. All right. Ta-da! Okay, so take those off. Okay. So right now I'm gonna lots of benefits, as I was saying, and thank you guys for the holding on. So you guys go to the playlist called Client and Personal Testimonies on the KimMe Wyatt YouTube channel. Also, you guys, I want to ask you guys to scroll all the way down where the text is, excuse me, I had to burp, excuse me, where the text is posted for the video. You will find my other YouTube channel, and there will be others coming up in the future, but go ahead and go to that channel, because there may be some things there that you just didn't know. Whew, okay. All right, so right now I'm going to do the benefits of the skin oil. And hold on. I got one hand. Here we go. Let's get it started. I was gonna say let's get started, but I thought I'd change that. Okay, proprietary formula. Please know that all my things are proprietary formulas. I'm trying to think. Yeah, these are formulas that I came up with. So basically, almost God gave them to me. So they're basically unduplicatable. I mean, when someone comes up with a formula, it would probably take a minute for them to figure that formula out. Okay. And also, for the record, just to let you guys know as a side note, my flaxseed gel does contain the hair oil in it. So it's a humectant as well as a, let's see, a humectant and a moisturizer. Okay. So, and the name just left me out. Anyway, I might find it in here. It's a humectant and an emollient. Woo! Okay, so here we go. Proprietary formula, not on store shelves. I've been asked, would I ever have my products on a store shelf? I would have to have my own display, you know what I'm saying, because of what I've created. It works, okay? And you can even see my skin in videos, and it's like, whoa, wow, your skin was messed up. Yeah. Cystic acne, as a matter of fact. So Yeah, it works. So would I have my stuff on a store shelf? That would be up in the, my greater mind is saying no. It's just, yeah, my greater mind is saying no. Yeah, that's great for access, but I don't know. And I'm not saying that the items on the store shelves were not created with God, depending on the person, they could be spiritual. But to have mine on the store shelf right at this point, it would be up in the air. It would have to be way down the line, if you understand where I'm coming from. When you create something and there's over 100 ingredients in, no, hold on, let me plug this back up. I forgot. When you create something and there's over 100 ingredients in it, integrity has to come in at some point. So I don't know. Anti-aging. Need I say more? You guys, in a couple of, well, not a couple of years. Wow. You guys, in some years, I'll be 60 years old. Can you believe it? Yeah. I get a lot of compliments on how I look. Thank you, God. Okay. Thank you, Mom, Dad. Okay. Family friendly. This could be used on babies. Family friendly. That's one of the things I wanted to make sure was that this oil could be used on babies and toddlers because of eczema, because of cradle cap, which is in here as well, mentioned in here, things like that. So I wanted it to be family friendly. Insect bites, bruises, tightens your pores. Okay. Cuts, scars, heat bumps. Heat bumps. I was saying with my son, they look like heat pumps, but I knew he was being attacked in the spiritually. Yeah. Skin glow up, hives, poison ivy, eczema, anti-wrinkle. I can say that I've always had lines in my neck, y'all, and these will go away. They had gone away, they came back. And there's certain things you really can't say because people will do beauty and mirror magic, although I will return that shit back to the sender. Get on back over there with whoever conjured you up. But no, I that's another thing that I can say. I don't, knock on wood, have wrinkles. Now, let me tell you what witches are going to work on now. It's not going. Why don't they realize, they listen to what you're saying and what you don't have. Ooh, ippity bippity boppity boo. I'm going to make some wrinkles come on you. Okay. I see a wrinkle. Let's see how I'm going to handle this. I'm very comical. You should know not to mess with me. So, since you haven't learned your mofo lesson yet, not only am I going to return that back to you, God has given me the authority to add to it, to edit it. So, one little wrinkle for me, how about 1,000 for you? But I'm going to return it back in the millions, which is going to result on your face as 1,000 wrinkles. Y'all, won't they leave people alone? Once someone has realized that you are doing witchcraft, it doesn't matter who's doing it on you. Once someone has realized that witchcraft has been bestowed on them, they are woke like I am woke. I'm woke in my sleep. Leave that person alone. That's the part they don't get. You're running around like a dog chasing after its tail. Why? That little hamster that's in the little thing that's going around a little cage, and they're going around thinking they're going somewhere, but they're going nowhere fast. That kind of shit. So when people listen to my videos that are trying to get at me and I say something like, I don't have any wrinkles. Let's do this. Even if I see one, I'm going to know it didn't come from me. It didn't come from God. It didn't come from anything I've eaten. It came from you. If I were you, I would step the back. Because this one is not playing with you. I don't condone in witchcraft, but I wrote the book on how to return it back to whomever sent it to me. Okay? Know your body. In other words, know your body, know your face, know everything about your hair. And I'm showing videos of my hair, y'all. And y'all, when I look back on some of my videos of my hair, and I just cut my hair the 17th, the 18th, and the 19th of February. Yes, I did. Okay, cut my hair. Looked at it again, like, okay, it needs to be cut a little again. And so I did anywhere from a dust cut. Nothing was a dust cut because it started out as a dust cut. And so, yeah, so dust cut is out. Even though I put that on my little notes, I try to keep abreast of what I've done to my hair. Nothing was, it started out as a little clip on the ends, you know, and I was like, oh, no, you still need some more. So I did anywhere from maybe 1/4 of an inch to half an inch on my hair. And y'all, how about it grew back already? This was the 17th, 18th, and 19th. Today is the 19th of February, 2026. Buy some products. And I know some of the things that I say to you guys sounds like, that's impossible. Keep in mind, nothing is impossible with God. So if you got products out there and they're working for someone, great. Mine all came from God. Okay, from this tree to that bush, to that flower, to that this, to that branch, to that. I'm just nothing in particular. I'm just throwing it out there. It was all God. So nothing is impossible with God. So one thing that I'm being monitored, one thing that my monitoring spirits do know is that I'm telling you the truth. I just cut my hair. Came in the bathroom this morning, stretched it out, back to the length. It's to the point where you guys, I don't question it. I used to question it, and I've even cried over my products because I'm like, how you just, but that's impossible. And it's gotten to the point where God is, yeah, that's why I say nothing is impossible with God. And I just leave it right there. Yeah. You know, people, girl, you gonna wipe everything off the store shelves. You know, you wiping. You're wiping. You're going to wipe everything. And I've had people tell me that, like, yeah, you fixing to wipe everything. For the record, you guys, I did not make my products to, no jealousy. I didn't make my products to wipe anyone's products off the store shelves. Okay. That's number one. I'm just an alchemist. I'm a creator. I love to make things, from custom design jeans. I just over the top with my taste. You know, you guys, I used to have mirrors on my website that ranged from 12,000 to, and I don't remember how much the highest one was. 12,000 to, I can, 24,000, 23,999, 24,000. Why were they so high? They were all made of, decorated, created. It's a mirror, you know, big mirrors, big, like that would go in a castle or go into a mansion. But they were all 100% Swarovski Austrian crystals. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I guess it's one of my breasts looking bigger than the other one. Yeah, piano, $60,000 because it was totally encrusted with Swarovski. Swarovski, yeah, SWAROVSKI, Austrian crystals. So I love, my taste is way up here, and so everything I do, no bragging, I love nice things. Now, let's take this vase, and I'll finish this. Heavy vase. Now, I didn't buy this, but I'm looking at the price of it. Would you hear that? I would buy this vase based on that. Y'all heard? Okay. Hold on. I got to tell someone that I'm doing a video, and they're in there with their music. Hold on just a second. Just a second. Excuse me. Hold on, y'all. Just. Oh no, that's. Oh, that's not in here. Anyway. Oh, I guess that's my son. Let me speak up. So yeah, getting back to this. I love how this Yeah, but if it sounds something like this, I probably wouldn't buy it. I'd be like, oh no, you just asking to be broke. Yeah, but see, when you hear something like this, now you can say, Kimmy, that's smaller than that. No, it's the sound. I know this is regardless of the price on the bottom, where it came from, just from looking at the bottom. They sell very, very nice things at discount pricing. So I know that that's quality. Okay. That's just me. So I can look at something, I can tell, and I'm a decorating food, y'all. Ooh, wait. I love to decorate. Literally take a pillow or take a pillow. You see this lime green? I'm gonna have to take it with me, but I can come back with the mirror. I can come back with the pillows. I can come back with the vase. Blah 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 blah. Just from based on this color, I don't have to have it with me. And somebody, it's when people know you. My ex-best friend said two things to me in my lifetime when we were friends. She said, "Oh, you got that relationship with God." I forgot. I said something. Girl, I don't know how. I don't know. Something, whatever I said to her, she said, well, you got that relationship with God. She was right. I really, even though I knew I had a relationship with God, I didn't know that she noticed. But she noticed things that I didn't even see in myself. And also decorating. She said, how do you do that? I could take a color of this soap. And I said, it's up here. And then I could just go and buy things around the soap. I don't need anything with me. Let's continue. Things you didn't know about Kimmy. Okay, so poison ivy, eczema, anti-wrinkle, anti-inflammatory, 27N, dark spots. And some of these are going to sound the same if you know anything about skincare. Dark spots are also called hyperpigmentation. And that's over here. Crow's feet, right here on the ends, okay. Freckles, skin brightening, pantothenic acid, pro B vitamins, ceramides, amino acids, nail fungus, high bioflavonoids, regulates melanin, budget friendly. Now, what do I mean by budget friendly? Budget friendly is a term that I came up with, meaning you're not going to get any side effects. So if you want to put that whole bottle on your face, I don't know why you would or would have to or would want to, rather. Go buy another one. Okay, it's budget friendly. Whatever your budget allows you. So if you don't want to use all of it, don't use all of it. But if your budget allows you to go to buy another one, buy another one. In other words, there's no side effects, so you can use whatever you want. Okay. Skin tags, fades, under eye circles, pock marks. Here's a thing that I did not know that this skin oil helped with. Kimmy, what are pock marks? Pock marks are the result of cystic acne. Okay, and most, not just regular acne, cystic, where it hurts like you push the bump. Oh God. And just to touch my face, you guys, brings back memories. Oh my God. I've had both cystic acne and regular acne, and both at one time throughout from the age of 16. So cystic acne is the result of pock marks. Pock marks is the result of cystic acne, where people are busting the bumps. It goes away and they bust it again in a different area. As a result, you're going to have whole like little dents off in your face. And I have some, but I have to say the oil has gotten rid of 70% plus. I want to say now it's at probably 78, 82-ish of my pock marks have been removed. Okay, just from using the KW skin oil. Okay, so yeah, it does help with pock marks, and I'm like, wow. Let's see, hand boils. You get boils from enclosed areas. You can get them between your vaginal area, or for men, the hairy area of, anytime there's closure, a crease under your armpits. Very, very well known for being under armpits. You can get them between your legs. but not your vaginally on the sides of your thighs. You can get them in several spots, okay? Between your butt cheeks as well, okay? Let's see, handcrafted antioxidants, rashes, emollient. As I said, emollient means it's a moisturizer, but you may see I may say moisturizer here because some of you don't know what an emollient, what it means by the word emollient, okay? All natural oleic acid, which is for dry skin, and no animal testing kills germs, fungus, redness, hyaluronic acid, salicylic acid, catechins, arachidic acid, spider veins, burns, yeah, burn spot. Y'all go to my YouTube channel, of course, and look at those burn spots when I burnt myself with some boilers. Yeah. I turned the stove on to get the excess water out. I had just washed dishes. I love to keep a clean place, and I did not want my dishes left in the sink and to air dry. And I turned the stove on to let, just to get the air excess. And it was two of them, although they were from different sets of cookware. One of them could go inside the other one. So when I did the big one, put it to the side, did the next one, and they weren't even on the stove for a little of nothing. And this is where voodoo and stuff comes in as well too. Some of the things that have happened to me in my life, including that, I've done that before in that same place with the same stove. I know how long to keep them on there to evaporate the water. Ironically, I touched my arm with it. Burn spot. The skin just fell on the ground, fell on the floor. Okay. So look, literally fell off my arm, and it's healed and it's cleared up 90-something%, almost gone, using the skin oil. And I don't put it on there when you know your stuff, what it does, it's like, okay, I don't put it on there every day. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but I've gone through that phase of putting it on. I see it. I'm trying to get rid of it, that phase. So I'll look at it every blue moon, put some oil on it because I know it's going to eventually be 110% faded away. So that's me. You might want to put it on every day for forever, but on now my face, gotta have it. And I haven't put anything on my face in like 2 days. I need to do that tonight. Okay, so let's see, where was I? Phthalate free, fades age spots, little spots that you can see on people's face aging, usually with lighter skinned people or people of other ethnicities other than Black African. Okay, you can see age spots when they older people. Rosacea, chlorogenic acid, fast healing, facial pain, negative carbons, cradle cap. There was a lady at the shelter, you guys. She bought the oil to put on her bones, on her. She had aching legs and bones, and she put it on there, and she had a cast as well. And she noticed when she put it on there that the pain had gone away. But let me say something before I go further about acids. You guys, I'm not talking about acid that comes from your car battery or your vehicular battery, your vehicle. I'm talking about good acids, okay? That's going to help with your skin. There's good acids they're all natural in most cases, coming from fruits and vegetables and things and trees and all of that. Okay, so there's a lot of natural acids. So don't think when I say acid that I'm speaking on something bad. Okay, it's good. Oh, good. Okay, so negative carbons, cradle cap. Cradle cap. My son had cradle cap. If I had made this product when my son was a baby, I would have never. I had a razor blade to his head. That's how bad his cradle cap was. Had tried Head and Shoulders. Had tried stuff that the doctor prescribed. Nothing would get rid of his cradle cap. Nothing. And so finally one day I'm very precise. And I said, when baby goes to sleep, I'm going to have to get this cradle cap. So I intricately used a razor blade to lift the cradle cap off of my son's scalp. And washed his hair. I know I did. Why, I had been washing it, but I'm sure I washed it just to make sure that, because that's the type of person I am. I know I washed it and it did not return. So yeah, cradle cap. If a child gets cradle cap, whoo-wee, and it helps with cradle cap. It gets rid of it, actually. Lifts up the skin. You know, the thing about it too, which was kind of, it's not scary, but spooky, like gory, was during this process, I remember, the process of trying to get rid of it. And it was funny because, the skin would lift up with not the razor blade, with you wash the skin and you can see the skin kind of lift up a little. I was like, oh my God, I gotta get this off my baby scalp. Born with a head full of hair, okay? Lots of hair on his head. And for those of you who think this is not my hair, and I'm not talking about now, I've been cutting my hair. I've cut my hair since 2013. No joke. I'm right at about 60. From dust cut all the way up. So I've cut my hair several times. So you'll see my hair in videos where my hair is longer, and then you'll see my hair in videos where it's shorter because I cut my hair. I'm not too crazy about, for me, hair. I never have been the hair person, ever. But I have a head full of hair. So I just, whoo. And if you, like I've said in another video, if you look at my grandson and you look at my son and we were standing side by side, you would never question why my hair is how it is. But people will lie and say it's not your hair and it's all my hair. I've been looking at some of my videos, changing the title because I want all caps. Just looking at each video on the Kimmy Wyatt channel, starting with that channel. And I'm like, wow, look how long your hair was. When I came here last time, my hair was extremely, it was out to here. So yeah. And I needed to cut it. You can see how it's denser. It was thicker around here, but because of the growth, you could see the thinner damage, but not the worst case scenario hair, on the ends. So, but yeah, I don't have any problem growing some hair. This is what I do. And even before I started doing this, it has nothing to do. I've never cared about my hair growth. I've just, okay. Acne prevention, inflammation, regulates sebum. Okay, that doesn't belong on here, but you do have sebum. Well, no, that does belong on here because I thought about that last time. I thought that belonged on the hair benefits, but it does. You have sebum also on your skin, on your face. So it regulates sebum, moisturizes, antibacterial, puffiness under the eyes, supple skin. Naturally fragrant, ringworms, linoleic acid. This is for those with oily skin. Okay. Oleic acid is for dry skin. It helps with dry skin. Linoleic acid is for oily skin. Okay. Seborrheic dermatitis. Quercetin has quercetin, hyperpigmentation, herpes, as I mentioned, bohemic acid, omega-3, 6 fatty acids, omega-3 and 6 fatty acids, stretch marks, balances oily skin, no parabens, resurfaces the skin. It's a natural exfoliant, okay? It is, oh my God. Keloid skin. I didn't know that it helped with keloid skin. Right here, got attacked in my apartment, had to pull the knives out on someone, y'all. Had one in his hand and one in his hand. And I actually, as a result of protecting myself, I actually stabbed myself, cut myself, not stabbed, but cut myself on my hand. So I will forever have this mark on my hands. But I have to say, I don't know if you guys could see me, didn't know that it turned keloid, and it's gotten rid of it like 80%, 82%, 83%. Yeah. So once again, not applying it, just I'm busy. I know what it'll do. I'm the creator, so I know I can go to it whenever I get ready. Okay. Ding. Okay. Just not focusing on it right now. But yeah, it's this back of this hand. And you'll see it in some of my videos. You'll see. Let's see. kills, let's see, keloid skin, balances the pH of your skin, kills free radicals, safe for everyday use. Dermatitis, no wash off required. That right there is a seller, because people, put things on their face and they, do I have to wash it off? I got to wash it off too? No, you don't have to wash this oil off. You can wear it overnight. You can wear it out. Especially if you don't wear makeup, you can wear it. And I don't suggest you wear it under makeup. It's an oil. But yeah, if you're the type that just go out and you don't wear makeup, this is absolutely wonderful for you, especially if you're trying to clear up your skin. Okay. I will say this, I highly suggest you guys, before I go further, if you're going into a skin regimen and you want to use the oil, please exfoliate your skin. I have a video on not only exfoliating your skin, at what age you should start exfoliating, as well as how often according to your age. Please exfoliate your skin. My son, I even before he knew anything about me having a skin and a hair care line, I've always wanted to exfoliate his skin. He doesn't even know that. He doesn't even know he has some dry skin. If I were to exfoliate my son's skin, I swear he would look 10 to 12 minimum years younger than, and he looks young. Oh, don't get it twisted. But I'm looking at him, but I know what I'm dealing with. I wouldn't be able to do that, because he would denounce it. So I've been wanting to ask him, will you let me exfoliate your skin? Please, please. But he has a lot of dead skin that's piled up over the years. He's in his 30s. And even when he was temporarily staying with his grandmother on the other side, although an adult, he was temporarily staying with her. And I remember coming to visit him, and I was looking at his skin like, oh my God. But these are your kids. You know what to say and what not to say. Put it that way. I'm like, I'm not gonna. No. Okay. Let's see. Where was I? Stretch marks, balances oily skin, no parabens, resurfaces the skin. So once you get the dead skin off, you're gonna notice smooth skin. Hello. Yeah, you're gonna notice smooth skin, resurfacing your skin. Natural exfoliant, as I said, non-comedogenic. Non-comedogenic means the likelihood of this oil causing acne. Keep in mind, most people, oh, that's oil. I don't want to put oil. I have oily skin already. I don't want to put oil. Those days are over, because of the positive acids that are within this formula. Or you're talking about oily skin. I'm balanced now, as you can tell. Now, this is it's not even really oil. This is just my skin. Now it's combination skin or normal skin. But there was a time I could not even go outside for 5 minutes, and I am oily. And I remember getting my picture taken for my driver's license. You upgrade your driver's license, and or an ID. I can't remember what it was, but the lady, she was a white lady, and she was behind the counter. She was about to take my picture, and she looked at me, and she said, And I said, what? I said, I'm oily. She said, you are over the top oily. So she had some Kleenex, and she reached in and got me about 3 of them, and she gave them to me. And she said, but you know what? She said, you will always look 20 years minimum younger. Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, very oily. Now I don't have that problem anymore. So it balances out the pH of your skin. And also non-comedogenic, okay? Kills free radicals, safe for everyday use, dermatitis. All right, we're almost done. No, I was over here. No wash off required. Clears your pores, blemishes, safe for babies, unblocks the pores. So you clear the pores, but you can also have things in blockage in your pores, okay? Really, it sounds the same, but it's 2 different things, okay? And also, it should be here, the OCM method. Yeah, it's down here. When you use this oil, you're going to notice when it's cleansing out, because oil clears oil, okay? One more time. Oil clears oil. So if you have oily skin, unbeknownst to what we were taught or believed from products and commercials on the TV, if you have a good formula, then that oil that you put on your face is going to go into your pores and push out all of the sebum, okay? Unnecessary, too much excess sebum. It's going to push out dirt. It's going to push out whatever oil that's there. So you got oil, dirt, and sebum. It's going to push out. And what happens also, you may notice, just rub your face one day and say, what are these little yellowish, or I'm feeling something gritty on my face, because it literally goes in and hardens that sebum and then pushes it out. Okay, so wonderful. Laugh lines, blemishes, all skin types, including sensitive skin. So this is the formula. I made sure that the linoleic acid was in it, the oleic acid was in it, that it was pro B vitamin. I made sure that everybody in the family could use this product, regardless of their skin type, regardless of your race, the different people, you know. I wanted to make sure that it was a product for everyone. And it is. You'd be surprised, okay? Removes dirt, and bacteria. I forgot to say bacteria. Bacteria, oil, and dirt. Multivitamin, multi-mineral. This oil is vitamins and mineral enriched. Okay. Acne, including cystic. Sleep aid. There is two formulas. There's a regular formula and also a PM version or night version. Okay. What's the difference? When you put this on your face, if you want the night version, please specify when ordering. And it's a little higher, but a couple of dollars higher. But when you put it on your face and before going to sleep, you're going to... Trust me, it works. It's going to knock you out now. Mama said knock you out. Not that kind. But no, you're going to have a deep, really nice sleep, okay? But if you work at night, I wouldn't suggest the night formula, but I suggest either one. Let me clarify that. If you work at night and you don't, let's say you don't, hypothetical, you don't wear makeup, you go to work, you just put the oil on your face, but you mess with machinery, please be careful using the night version, and you go to work at night, you work the third shift or whatever, and you're working you make food. Okay, you help make food, and you put this on your face. You're gonna be wondering, why am I so? Especially if you first start using it, you're gonna wonder, what is making me sleepy? Okay, so be careful with that. If you drive machinery, day or night, be careful, because it'll make you a little drowsy so that you can go to sleep and clear your skin up at the same time. All right. 0 to 1 comedogenic rating. Kimmy, what does that mean? So the likelihood, as I said earlier, of this oil causing any side effects, causing any acne, making your situation worse than it was, is 0 to 1 out of 5. That's phenomenal. That is phenomenal. Do you know how many people I don't put people's products down? 4812 in. Do you know how many people I've met, or just from my own knowledge, from myself using products, and it's a branded product? You see the commercials. I'm thinking of several right now in my head. They're on the store shelves. They've made millions of dollars, but a lot of people don't realize that these products are out there not doing what they say they're going to do in this sense. They want you to come back and buy more. Well, the commercial said, I use that all the time. But you're wondering why it's making your situation worse than you're not even wondering why, because you it's a commercial. My friend used it. Blah, 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 blah. No. Let me tell you about the power of branding. I'm not at a level right now where I can brand anything but my toes. I'm just keeping it real. But power of branding is just that. Okay, I can throw some names out there, but I'm going to throw a name out there, which I don't do brands, but I'm going to throw a name out there that has nothing to do with beauty at all, not that I know of. Coca-Cola. Here's another one, McDonald's. The reason why you guys go in their stores, McDonald's, the reason why, or their restaurants, which are also called stores, the reason why you go in their restaurants, you store hours, it's a store, The reason why you buy Coca-Cola is because these are branded products, which simply means that they don't have to advertise at all, because over word of mouth is the best form of advertising, and they used to probably push it out there. Have a Coke and a smile. Yeah, Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola's in McDonald's, and most McDonald's. Okay, probably all of them contract, but please keep in mind that they don't have to advertise anymore, because they have branded themselves so well that if the company elects to never advertise again, they don't have to. That's the power of branding. So when you go get a product off the store shelves, when it comes to your skin and hair, be very careful. What exactly am I buying? Also, I'm going to put spirituality in it. I pray over everything. I pray over you guys from thought to creation, implementation. Everything is prayed over God. So you go and buy things off the store shelves, not trying to, I'm not the moral compass or anything like that. But what I'm saying is, I don't want to use her products. First of all, I don't care. That's the first thing you need to know. I don't care about you being bald-headed and I can grow your hair overnight. And you don't want to use my products, not my problem. My products are not on trial. Let me say that right now. None of my products are on trial. Okay? So get that out your little head. Because some people will think that if they don't use your products, if they don't use your products, you're not going to be successful. Excuse me. Success is knocking at my door. And I did this. Hey, I dropped my stuff. Come on in. Are you serious? I don't get into competition, and if you're using my products, good luck with whatever you have going on. Bye. Okay, whatever you got going on, good luck. I really don't. I've been like that all my life. I don't care. But I wish you the best of luck. I'm not going to pressure you. Blah, 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 blah. Either you're going to use it or you're not. To sum that up, I don't care. But one thing I do want you to know, my success will not be because you used it or not. Ding. Don't get it twisted. Okay? I've had many people, if I don't use her stuff, then she not going, who told you that? Do you recognize how many people are on the planet? Do you recognize that most currency is green and it doesn't care whose hand it's in? These are small fries. These are people I like to call small fries. They'll get on board later. So if you got a product that you have coming out, this is inspiration for people, keep doing what you're doing. They'll get on board later. I call them late bloomers. And if they never get on board, bye. No. Okay, let me finish this out. 5318 in. Let's see. Oh, comedogenic. That's the likelihood that the product will 0 to 1 comedogenic is the likelihood that you will have an adverse reaction. Okay, breakout or something. No, it's not gonna happen. Lipid skin barrier repair. But before that is the OCM method. Woo! Let me tell you how the devil messed with me, you guys. Initially, I knew I had a good thing going. I did. This was 2018. I have a video right now on my YouTube channel that you guys can go to. And that video I have on a white top, just like this, but long sleeve white, some white shorts. Please go look at my skin in that video. I remember, got rid of my vehicle because of my gang stalking, and I walked to the store back in 2022, 23. And I remember going across the parking lot of the shopping center, but it had a grocery store. And somebody said, KimMe! And I'm like, okay, I know I just heard somebody call my name. I know I just heard someone call my name. So I started back walking. I didn't see anyone. Parking lots full of cars. And they called my name again. And come to find out, when I looked, they were waving. And it was my brother's ex-girlfriend as I got closer and closer. And we hugged or whatever, and she was like, girl, what do you do? And I told her I came up with a skin and hair care line. She had a wig on, and she asked me if I could see her hair, if I would look at her hair. And y'all, she was one of my clients, and I'm going to tell you one day, if I remember, I'm going to tell you her story. I'll tell her story for her. And speaking of Tanya, because let me say something. This is a side note, okay? You know how you want to somebody just out there, rah, they curse, they love the Lord, but that was Tanya. And Tanya, I went to do her hair. She wanted me to start doing her hair from the beginning at her home. I loved it because I did not want to do people's hair. I didn't have a choice in my apartment, And so she said, I don't even like I don't. In other words, she didn't like the aura of where I was. Didn't blame her. She just could sense that something evil was around. So she would come pick me up, and when I got through with her hair, I would start working on my stuff. I'm in a different spot. And I remember she had just washed her hair the week before I came over to do her hair. I used the flaxseed gel, and I used the hair oil. And I remember she had lots of breakage. But I didn't have to wash her hair the first time because she had just washed her hair. It was unnecessary. So I twisted her hair for her using the flaxseed gel. And I always show clients their hair on the floor. If something's on the floor, I'm going to show you your hair. I'm going to ask you, do you want me to burn it? Blah, blah, blah. Because I burn my client's hair. I'm going to burn your hair. You take it and burn it. But burn it. And she said, she's so dramatic. She said, oh my God, my hair. And I was like, yeah, it's falling out. And she explained to me, even the hair that was in the sink the second time, because I was over there every 2 weeks. The hair that was in the sink, in her kitchen sink, she got excited because she told me, she said, it was different than what I was thinking. She said, girl, usually when I wash my hair, this sink is full of hair. And I was like, okay, even the hair on the floor, the 2 weeks before, because she had already washed her hair. She said, that's all. So the flaxseed gel, you guys, that's my baby. I'm gonna tell you, I love flaxseed gel. But she was just shocked and then here comes me coming again, and she was just shocked at how her hair had transitioned from falling out and breakage, and she was in her 40s. She's probably right at 50 now. I don't know, but till no breakage, no nothing, and that's usually going to happen, you guys, within a month's time. You're gonna see 2 weeks time or less, but in a month's time, you're really going to see with the hair oil and the skin oil, you're going to see something's going to happen out of that. And, but Tanya, I'm fixing to front you out, girl. Remember when your friend made you some drinks and I was over there before and somebody made you some drinks and I cooked. I came over there and cooked, and I was in your home, in your living room, eating, and the dining, the whatever that is, your little family area, was sitting on the couch eating, or I probably had sat on the floor, but I think I was sitting on the couch eating. And you came right there in your hallway, marble floors, and said, do you want water or do you want the drink? Because she had given me some of this drink and it was in the freezer. I said, but when she was saying it, she opened up the water bottle as she was talking. How about she thought that I opened that damn water bottle? Frugal, y'all, frugal. And I'm like, girl, I didn't open that water bottle. So what I told her, since she had already opened up, I said, give me my drink. Let me go and have my drink. And she brought my drink to me. And the water bottle was already open, because as she's talking, she's like, you want water or do you want your drink? And I elected to have the drink instead of the water, but she had already opened the water up. So she said, well, I'll just put this in the refrigerator. How about that idiot thought I had opened that water up, and I kept telling her I didn't. Water? A water bottle? That's the world we live in. Go to church all the time. Tanya, dear, you opened that water bottle up when you was asking me what did I want to drink with the food. and you put it in the refrigerator. Stupid stuff, you know, not even worth. But we got in the biggest argument behind some water opened up in her refrigerator. She thought that I opened it up. So what I was doing, I tried to call her 5957 in. I got to tell you this, without her answering the phone, because I didn't want to talk to her. I mean, she out there, y'all, and I'm so she kept on answering the phone, and I was like, forget it. No, Tanya, you open that water bottle up. And you put it in the refrigerator because I told you I wanted my drink instead of the water. But you were already in motion. Pop! And open the water. Stuff you shouldn't even have to say something about. But anyway, let me continue. But everything was great with her hair and her skin, and I elected to bounce away from her. Please know that if I start doing your hair, and I'll twist your hair, I'll grow your hair. That's what I do. These hands are healing. If I start twisting your hair and growing your hair and we have some kind of altercation or whatever, I'm out. I'm not going to get involved in he say, she say, and I don't do the beauty shop shit. Okay. BSS. I don't do bullshit and I don't do beauty shop yet. Okay. I just don't. Okay. All I do is grow your hair. You're going to leave out the same way you came in. Period. But I'm going to grow your hair. So no relaxers, no nothing. Don't ask me to do it. But if I find out, same thing with one of the clients, I have to tell you guys this, alopecia, bad. She's had alopecia since she was in the 4th grade. I'm out. Okay. I don't do two-facedness. I don't do none of that stuff. Yet your hair was growing and it hasn't grown since you were in the 4th grade and you're in your 40s. Now, am I saying be my little puppet? No. It's the things that you do when you lie on me, and it had nothing to do with the hair when she was lying. Side note. Well, put it this way. This person said they gave me $150 in food stamps. Girl, I have all kind of freaking, what you talking about? That's some steak, some shrimp, and some damn lobster. What you talking about? Lied. But I'm the one helping her get her business taken care of. You need to do this. That's why I backed up from a lot of people. I'm not going to be able to do it. So but Caprice, she's on my YouTube channel. I stopped doing her hair. But please know that hair was coming out that head. And it hadn't done it since she was in the 4th grade. Moving right along. Like I said, my stuff is not on trial. Gone without it. Not her. She clarification. Caprice never denounced my products, but she would say, I've heard her say some. Caprice was the type to listen to what haters that hating on me, and then she would, that type of person, not really thinking straight. This woman is growing your hair, and you're sitting there, baby. I would be like, I don't know what y'all got going on, but my hair growing, and I ain't had hair on my head since I was in the 4th grade. Leave me alone. And it's people that you hadn't even done anything to, just hating. So didn't want that to continue, but she didn't catch on to that. So Caprice, I wish you the best. I hope, one thing about my products, once you get started, oh, it's hard to stop, yeah. Can't stop it when you get down, y'all. Or when you get down, ain't no turning back, no. No, I mean, I wish you the best. I hope that, your hair wants to start coming out. You do something with that. Woo. But I'm going to take my hands off you because I don't do evil people's hair. And this went on, you guys. Caprice was at the shelter with me. And this kept going. And that mouth was I was like, oh, no, baby. You get somebody else to do your hair. Okay? Because, me? All right. I'm in the Millionaires Club. Although I'm up in here in this shelter, baby. Actually, I'm trying to be nice. I'm in the Billionaires Club. You get someone else to do your hair. I'm not touching. I don't do it. Moving right along. 104.25 in. Let's do this. Let's see. Purges black and white heads. Now, y'all, don't put this on someone's head and think it's the head just going to come off. and they black or white. That's not what that means. Black heads, white heads. Your skin. Whoo, gotta tell people, because they'll come up with their own little, okay. Restores youth to aging skin. No artificial ingredients, non-GMO, dissolves buildup of dead skin, sunburn, UV damage. There is a video in the let's see, the playlist. What is it called, y'all? Client and personal testimonies. Yeah, there's a lady, I just met her, and her shoulders were red as fire. Check that video out. And I told her, I got something for you. Oh, my son, the sun is burned. Oh, she was in pain. Okay, check her out. Met her at the library, and I gave her some oil, and trust me, she was looking like, what is this? Yeah. Handcrafted in small batches. Antimicrobial, parasitic, septic, viral. Antiseptic, antiviral, antiparasitic, okay? Antimicrobial. Or some people say microbial. Okay. Fever, blisters, and cold sores. I guarantee if you have a fever, blister, or cold sore, you might want to go to the doctor and find out why that's happening, but they're going to give you something. Okay, you just put the oil on there. Make sure that it's not bleeding or whatever, and and go for it. And I'm going to speak on that when I get through. Repairs damaged, aged skin cells, regenerates collagen production. Critical. Elastin collagen production is critical for youthful skin. Okay, so it repairs that. It goes down to the dermis layer of the skin. It goes down. Also, keloid skin. I was going to tell you guys what causes keloid skin. I cut myself. Okay, trying to defend myself. I had to defend myself, so I had 2 knives in my hand, and I cut myself as a result. So it means that the knife, in this case, went down like 4 levels. And so that's usually the result of keloid skin, meaning whatever happened in that area, it happened below the dermis layer of the skin. Okay, all right, and it went, and it did. So as a result, the skin can, not in all cases, but it really cut through the skin. So as a result, it heals, but it may leave a little puffiness on the top or something like that. Yeah. Let's see. Excellent for mature skin. And lastly, go to the dermis layer of the skin. I just said that. So there we go. One of the things I want to tell you guys about the skin oil, the do's and don'ts. I highly suggest, as I mentioned earlier, that you exfoliate. If you really want to see good results, even though it naturally exfoliates your skin, please, if you want to just glow like immediately, please exfoliate your skin. Look for that video. You can go on my YouTube channel, and there should be, although I mentioned this and I didn't see it the other day, things happen after I mentioned stuff in my video. Things happen in my YouTube channel. But every YouTube channel on YouTube, maybe they're fixing stuff, has its own search engine, okay? So you can go to any channel and move the stuff to the left or right. It's usually the last thing on there. Everything's alphabetized except for videos, because they want you to see videos. Other than that, everything's in alphabetical order, and you go to S for search, or you go to search, and you can actually search a person's YouTube channel. If it's a video that you're looking for, but you can't remember what the content was much, but you remember the title or part of the title, you can look for the part of that title there, and it'll pop right up. So for me, if you really want to know how to exfoliate your skin, what age you should exfoliate your skin, how often you should exfoliate your skin according to your age, please go to that video, you guys. But exfoliate your skin, you guys. You're going to, and then towel blot, okay? Towel blot. I didn't say rub. I said towel blot. Get the excess water off your face. You're going to rinse it, of course, get the excess water off. And then after washing your face, and then you're going to apply the oil, okay, all over on your neck, everywhere, or close to your ears. Please stay away from your eyes, if at all possible. Please don't, not if at all possible. I'm going to tell you now, although this product is all natural, it's very potent, family friendly. Anyone can use it, but we're talking your eyes now. So please, if me, put it on my face, And then what's left on my hands and my fingers, that's what I'll put on my edges. And I never, and I can get close and I'm like, oh my God, oh my God. So it is an eye irritant because you were not following instructions. Ding. Clearly says, do not get close to your eyes. So be careful with that. Under here, I'll put it under here. You get it any closer? Yeah, and it's oil, you guys, so it doesn't take much excess. I tell people all the time, my clients that I've actually touched their face. Once you put it all over your face and it doesn't take much, you got a little bit on your hands and fingers, or your fingers before you wash it off, go ahead. Dab a little under your eyes, okay? You may have hyperpigmentation. You may have dark eyes. Put a little bit over there on your crow's feet. But don't, ooh, let me put some on there. Okay. And I'm going to sit back like this. Oh, what's going on? Yeah, well, yeah, it's a product, just like any other product. You leave your eyes alone. Okay? Excess. And I mean excess. It doesn't take much. You guys do your neck. After you've done your face, did your neck, and you trust me. Over time, you're going to see the results. Okay. May take a little longer because you're not applying it like you're doing all over your face, but just don't throw any of it away. Also, please do not apply the KW skin oil on open sores. Don't put it with bleeding, scar tissue where you can see you burns where you just burn yourself. Make sure that area has healed. Okay. Maybe a little crust on top of it. Maybe a little skin or something on top of it. Make sure that a little blood, dried blood. Make sure that area has healed. It hasn't gone away, but it has healed. Two different things. I'm there to make it go away. You're there. I'm not there. You know what I'm saying? My product, the KW oil, is to make it disappear and to make it clear and to clear it out. Your goal, your job is to make sure that you do not apply this on blooded areas like you just got. Like I just said, I cut myself. Now, common sense would tell me I make the products. Don't put oil on an open sore, spots, blood, scars, bruises. Now, bruises is different. If you have a bruise and there's no blood, go for it. Go for it. But where blood is in the picture, put it that way. Blood is on you. Do not mix this product with blood because it is going to get in your bloodstream. And I could say something here that would be positive to that, but I'm not a doctor, not trying to be a doctor, don't want to be a doctor. It's between me and God. Okay? Things that I know. But don't do it. So that's it. Please post your questions and comments below. Also, in order to post on my YouTube now as it stands, you must have subscribed. Okay? You can no longer post comments on my videos without subscription. But guess what? I tried to just messing around with my channel. I clicked the subscription button, the post button to post something, and what normally was popping up was to let you know that you have to log in. Yeah, so I might be changing that back. I'm not for sure because you guys, you gotta understand. They want this one. They want this one. I mean, they not only do they want this one, they want this one to be gone. Okay, they want me to be gone. Post your comments, questions below. I will get to those whenever I can. Now let me go back up here 113 and Cash App. Regardless of how you send a payment, because there will be others. Cash App. Please be sure that you send an email after sending money for an order. Cover your back. Let me know. I just sent you $60. This is what I want. Okay. But you got to have a price list and a product list. So get that first. And then when you see what you want, because I can't make everything, you guys, I have my product line is over 1,000 products. Literally easy, because the Victory Dust itself comes in over 500 cents. Okay, just by itself. Then you got the oils. I do oils for your home, or the triple scented oils and the waxes and I do some of everything, y'all. Okay. You got wax figures and stuff like that, and stuffed waxed animals, stuffed animals dipped in wax for the kids' rooms and the babies' rooms, and you can smell it when you was, little diapers. You don't want to smell the diapers. You put it. So I do a lot of stuff, you guys, and everything is wonderful. Okay, and I'm not bragging, but if I put my finger on it, and I'll say this again. When you make oils and you've given someone some oils, they bought some oils regardless, and you go to their home and you're knocking on the door, but you're smelling something outside, like, what the hell? Damn, that smell, what is that? I smell it outside the door. And you're like, let me in. You don't know it's your stuff. Yeah. They looking at you like, I'm like, what is that? What? Girl, what is that? Because the smell is all over. I mean, it's outside, Yeah, I get this look. You're like, what? What? You ain't gonna tell me what it is. Oh, that's your stuff. And then it hits you. No, it really, bam, because I am your stuff, remember. So go back to Cash App. Cash App will only allow you to do so many characters when you're sending money. Please send an email after that, you guys, so I will know exactly what you ordered, quantity, give a description, all of that. All that information is below where the video's posted. Okay. You can even copy paste that area and paste it in the email saying, this is the quantity I want. This is what size I want. Blah, blah, blah. But you got to start with a product list and send an email. If I don't get with you within 4 days, I'm saying this for a reason. Please, until you get that product list, please send another request. You can go right in there in where you sent and send it again. Okay? Until you get it. Cash App, once again, will only allow you so many characters when you're sending money. So send an email to let me know what you want after you send the money. In other words, there's no way you can put your full address there in that space. I don't care where you live. Maybe your street, maybe the name of your street can go there, but the numbers, or maybe just the numbers, your street number, the shipping number, no. It won't let you put, Cincinnati. Oh, no. It only allows you about 50 characters. Hey, girl, this is for dinner. Thank you so much. Dude, here's $10, man. I sure appreciate you helping me change my tire. That's all you're going to get on there. You're not going to even get appreciate on there probably. I appreciate you helping me change my tire. I don't think so. That's pretty lengthy. So I got to go. Hasta la vista. Buenos Aires. Buenas noches. Arrivederci. Au revoir. Salida. Don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you. Ciao bella. Ciao bello. Smooches got to go. Also, if I forgot something, it will be a pinned comment. Okay. Okay, ski. All right. Much love. Bye. Y'all. And will always love you. I will always love you. You, my darling, you. Okay, y'all, I'm not gonna do it.